So guys, a couple weeks ago, I did a video on why you would choose the Sportster over the Big Twin. And I've had an angry mob with pitchforks and torches after me ever since. So today, I'm going to give you some reasons why you would want to choose the Big Twin over the Sportster. Let's get out of here. Let's get right into it. I do what I want. One of the big questions about a Sportster is, can I fit on it? Well, the answer to that is yes. Yes, you can fit on the Sportster. But depending on if you want further forward controls, taller bars, and when you get the handlebars, you're going to be looking at new clutch cable, new brake line, throttle cable, and depending on if you like the riser and you want to put taller bars on it, you might choose to change that out, and it starts to get expensive really quick. I mean, right then you're getting into the Big Twin price range. The Big Twin has better suspension than the Sportster. I mean, there is no bones about that. It has way better suspension. It has a lot more travel. It's a lot smoother. It's more adjustable. And this is right out of the box. Now, don't get me wrong. These late model Sportsters, especially the 2016 and newer, Harley came out with the emulsion suspension with the cartridge fork system in the front. And they put some better show of shocks out back with a lot more adjustment on them. I mean, it's good, but still, it's not where the Big Twin is right out of the box. So one other difference why you might want that Big Twin is that the bike is just physically larger. I mean, well, bigger motor, obviously the bike's going to be a little bigger. With it being a little bit bigger, you've got more seat room, more suspension travel, and not only that, it weighs more. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. A lot of people get hung up on, oh, that bike, it weighs so much and this and that. I was like, yeah, I know it weighs a lot. They do weigh significantly more, but that can be to an advantage. That advantage is they're going to ride a lot better down the road. You hit rough roads, it's not going to buck you and bounce you around like the Sportster does. I mean, even on a Sportster with the suspension adjusted to your weight, you still get bucked around a little bit. Now, there is one downside to the weight, though. It is harder to pick up. So, if you did happen to drop it, you may not get it picked back up before anybody notices. Now, of course, they might help. They're going to help you, but they might also laugh at you a little bit later on down the road. So that's one thing to take into consideration. I'm not going to have any brakes by the time I'm done with this ride. I got to find a new road. Oh, old house. Now, what the Big Twin lacks in horsepower, now I'm talking twin cam. I can't really say the Milwaukee 8's lacking in horsepower compared to the Sportster. Those Big Twin motors, they make it all up in the torque department. Now, Sportster will make some power, but that power is way up on the top end. And with your power being way up in the RPM range, it's not, you don't get that stump pulling torque that you get right as soon as you let the clutch out like the Big Twin does. Now, don't get me wrong, the Sportster has a lot of torque on the bottom end. It really does. But not like that Big Twin, I'm telling you. Oh, what's this? Motorcycle. Pretty motorcycle. New wood. That look like Milwaukee 8. Ain't got no time for Sportsters, I guess. Ooh. Probably the best example I could give of riding a Big Twin versus a Sportster is, say you're two up on a highway and you go to pass a car. You're not going to have to downshift on that Big Twin. You just simply roll the throttle on and it'll power right around them, no problem. Now, I know when I've rode two up on this bike with my wife, I do have to downshift to get around them quickly. Now, granted, it will pull out of the hole in 5th gear at 70 miles an hour, but not nearly as hard as you would like. And I've been riding around disturbing the peace. That cow's right in the middle of town. Gotta love it. Up front, initially, the Big Twin is going to cost more money. It's going to cost more to purchase up front. but chances are you're probably going to have to do a lot less to that big twin model to make it fit you. I was lucky on the Sportster because I'm 5'8", 150 pounds, so it fits me pretty well. And when I was looking at bikes, my wife actually made the comment that that's the only Harley that doesn't make you look like a little kid sitting on it. I mean, not that I care about what I look like riding the motorcycle, that's not the point. Well, we all like to look cool, but I don't care. I'm just out here to enjoy myself and have a good time. Hi guys! The other advantage that the big twin's gonna have over your Sportster is that it's gonna hold its value better. Cemetery road, that ain't good. I need to get off this road. Oh, dead end of the cemetery road. Oh, no, no, no. Sportsters don't hold their value nearly as well as that big twin. Big twins, even used, depending on the mileage and the year, they can still command a pretty penny. Especially them touring bikes. I mean, everybody loves those touring bikes. I mean, for good reason. They're comfortable and, hell, they look cool. I'm not quite there yet. I'd try to ride it too hard and end up dragging the pipes and lifting the back end off the ground and tearing it up. Now, also, the big twin, any of your big twin models, Dyna, Softail, obviously touring, they're going to be a lot more comfortable with a passenger if you want to ride two up. Now, my wife and I have rode two up on this bike, and we've done many miles together two up on this bike. I'll be honest with you, it's not bad riding two up. It's not bad at all. It can be done, but it's not as comfortable as the big twin would be. I mean, the Sportster handles okay, it stops okay, it does everything okay like that. But you'd be much more comfortable on a big twin. So guys, all in all, there are some obvious, differences between the two bikes. At the end of the day, it's really up to you. I mean, if you're having trouble deciding, my best advice would be to go sit on them both, see how you feel, find a dealer that's going to allow you to test drive both of them. And it's really hard to judge on a brand new bike, but you can get a good feel for them that way. Make your decision making a lot easier.